Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Shelly and today I'll be preparing some brown stewed tripe and beans. I have here some cow tripe that is already cut into pieces and washed. What I'll be doing next, I'll be scalding the tripe. So I'll be adding it to a pot on the stove with some water. I'll allow it to boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. Guys, I'm doing this just to clean the tripe a little better and also to get rid of the excess fat. Now I'll be pouring off the water. While the tripe is cooling, I'll be telling you all the other ingredients I'll be using. I'll be using some cooking oil. For my powdered seasoning, I'll be using some seasoned to the bone, a little jerk seasoning, some all-purpose seasoning, and a little Lorry's. I'll be using some ketchup, which is optional. I'm using some browning. I'm using large butter beans. And for my ground vegetables slash seasonings, I'll be using some ginger, thyme, garlic, scallion, some crushed pimentos, scotch bonnet pepper, and some white onions. Now I'm about to season the meat. So first thing I'm adding is my powdered seasoning. Following that, I'll be adding my ground seasoning. Now I'll be adding a little browning. Guys, when adding the browning, please do not add too much because adding too much browning will cause the meat to be too dark and or too bitter. Now I'm just going to incorporate everything. Then I'll just cover it and allow it to marinate for about 2 hours. Now it's time for cooking of the tripe. So I'm about to add a little of the oil to my pressure cooker. I'm just going to allow it to preheat. Now that the oil has been preheated, I'll be adding the seasoned tripe. I'm just going to add a little water. And then just give it a stir. Now I'm just going to cover the pot and allow the tripe to brown, but I'll be checking on it occasionally. Now guys, we're about to check on our pots and it's smelling good and looking good so far. The water dried out, so I'm going to add a little more water. Not too much. Just going to go ahead and cover it again. Guys, we're going to check on the pot for a second time. So now I'm going to add some more water, and I'll be adding enough to pressure the tripe. And guys, this is going to take a while to cook, so I might have to add more water later on. Now I'm just going to cover the pot and allow the tripe to pressure until tender. Now we are checking on the tripe to see if it's cooked. Now that the tripe has been cooked, I'm going to go ahead and season it with a little more ground seasoning. Adding more ground seasoning to the pot helps to enhance the flavor. I'm about to add the butter beans. They are already cooked, but they are not as tender as the Jamaican butter beans. So because of that, I like to cook them for about 10 minutes. Now I'll be adding the remaining ingredients. The first thing I'm adding is some carrots. And guys, this wasn't shown previously in the video, but I like adding carrots to my food because it helps to enhance the look, and it's also healthy because it's vegetable. Following that, I'm adding some ground thyme. Following the thyme, I'll be adding some ketchup. Following the ketchup, I'll be adding a little sugar, and guys, I'm adding sugar for flavor, not for sweetness. What the sugar does, it takes away the tanginess of the ketchup. Now we're going to give it a stir, then just taste, just to make sure that it has the right amount of ingredients. I'm going to add a piece more Scotch bonnet pepper, and guys, if you do not like spicy food, just be careful with the amount of pepper that you add. I'm just going to allow this to simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes on low heat. Now guys, here you have it, brown stewed tripe and beans. As always, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and for those who haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.